Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Deadeye chosen. Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop. But for you, it's not only...
Let me introduce my...
That's right.
I'm so...
You can't...
You're trying to...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Look, An emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The MORKS produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago. That's shutting good. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Zata Ghetto, Coibe, or Corfabe.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against...
Mauya, Tolu, Yato,
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize...
Lua Tolu, Tum, Yalawa Watnawa,
There have been...
Yato,
The legend of the one...
To Wavu, Mopu Far Kobi,
The child could have been anyone, but the
To Wavu, Far Farifio, Suka kubu.
It's a scar you're covering under that.
Ye mufurbo. Bum kuchai. Hifar befarb.
There's no doubt.
Oloi bo bopaweg. Boyubut paikatawa.
He says it has...
Ayamu aya.
It was after the attack that the Unity...
Muk bebuk. Boyubut paikatawa.
The impending...
Ugambun ang ugagad yebromo buf dolomawawanya.
Had it not... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here. The potato people, or NONO, the NONO's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its... Only time will tell. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. You'll need a net to catch the NONO. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over... But today, your focus is getting this one to be... Now that you've seen the NONO... You can already see... He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for... That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples disciplined. He lost you there for a while. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the records... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Koyetu koreboy. Mpa, wherefore, where?
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Come, Reaper.
The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own.
Mpa, wherefore, where? Miami.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the...
Come, Reaper. Loma utulu. Ba, yowo.
His friends have prepared something specific for each world.
Ba lo utulu.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part.
Do wowo.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made them... Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He worries there won't be much. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place. Anyway, he needs...
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Mopu far kobkutuvun poputove.
Out of Date says
Mopu far kobi.
the Myriad tribe,
Kobwa yake kotuvun ko kumvun kono.
regardless of who you... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Thinks you should just put one paw ahead of the other and make your way up there. The tribe is always open to a new face.
Zata is the mój totloho. Kariesne zdace. Paro, ja put.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes as the only way they can guarantee the news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101.
ni tlohoni, to tloho, o oni sporenos odlisini.
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a...
Perfetta, na zenakas plipatne, ives yeti reklidekli.
Your Muma invented Wung Fu.
Perfetta, patafu, uflete.
Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and
O visoko dulatsi ni skuni.
he'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider.
Vlada orzikali, zivo.
Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy,
Na oko kiza skuni.
and with that, he urges you to seek protection.
Na oko onis poloknost.
He disagrees, and the day you meet again, you'll understand why.
Zanamach. Na oko kiza.
It's time to say goodbye for now. And if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts forever, then the next will mean the end for you. Let's see. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred.